Hello, hi guys. Good morning, everyone. Hello, all. Am I audible? Is my voice reaching to all? Can I get the responses, please? Hello. Hi, Rakesh. Good morning. What about others? Am I audible to others or not? Yes, no? Okay. All right, guys. So today we'll start from this lab wherein, we are fetching the data from GitHub. Okay. And loading into our storage services using parameters. Okay. Using parameters, we are copying the data from GitHub. Okay. So what we'll do here, see, create ADL Gen2 storage account and create a container inside this storage account. This will be our destination. Okay. Gen2 storage account is our destination and will be our source. GitHub will be our source. Okay. So we'll create ADL Gen2 storage account, container inside it, and then we'll go for the ADF deployment. Okay. So I'll just go here. I'll create a storage account. Okay. I'll just say 1181, 1191 destination SA. Okay, as this will be my destination, so I'm making it as a ADL Gen 2 storage account. Okay, so after this gets deployed, we'll go for the ADF deployment. It's getting deployed. Meanwhile, what I'll do, I'll create the ADF also. Okay, yeah. Giving rest of the values to default, I'll go ahead and I'll deploy the data factory. Okay, step one and step two, I'm doing in parallel. Okay, in parallel, I'm doing both steps. Okay, now I'll go ahead, I'll create a container here. Okay, destination container. Perfect. Now I'll go ahead, I'll launch the studios. Okay, create a link service inside the studios under the manage tab. Okay, and this is our target or destination, that is correct. Okay, and then a data set for our destination same. Okay, okay. I'm putting the link services and data set. As per the diagram, if we see, we're trying to load the data for we're trying to load the data of multiple files which are placed in GitHub. They are placed at GitHub. Okay. So assume that this is a GitHub platform, and here I'm having multiple files with unique URL. Okay, for every file. So this one we are copying into now our ADL Gen2 storage account. Okay. So I'll go to manage. I'll create the link services and data set for my destination. Okay. Say here Gen2. Okay. What is the name for link service? This one, ls ATL Gen2. Okay. Then I'll go for the data set. Okay. I'll give the data set name as this one. Yes, output Gen2. Okay. Any name you can give, guys. It's your choice. Okay, I want my files to be loaded here. Publish all and publish. Okay, this is done. Then now, this is the GitHub portal. Click on View Raw Center in this link to see the complete source data. This I have shown yesterday. This is also a separate file within GitHub only. Every every CSV file is having a unique URL. See, this file is case.csv. This file is country response.csv. Okay, just hold on. This publish gets completed. Okay, I hope publishing is completed. Perfect. So what I'll do now, I'll say instead of hard coding the values, okay, we can pass the parameters for data sets, link services, and at pipeline level. And once we create a parameter, we cannot modify it. Okay, I'm not passing the values here directly. Instead of that, I'm using the parameters. See here, this is one file where I'm having the complete data in my GitHub. This complete data I'm trying to load now. And at the same time, this file also I'm trying to load. Okay. This is also one file that I'm trying to load this file data. Also, a lot of data is there. All this I'm trying to load it here. Okay. So what I'll do here, launch ADF Studios, manage link services. Now, this link services we are creating for GitHub source. For source, we are creating the link service here. Okay. So I'll give this name. We'll design it carefully. Okay. I'll come here, go to manage link services. I'll say here HTTP, continue. I'll give the name here, this one. Okay. And then authentication type, I'll take it as anonymous. Okay. And then if you come here, that is what we have taken, authentication type anonymous, expand the parameters. Okay. In same window, just scroll down, then say plus new. So parameters here. Okay. Plus new. Okay. Defining the parameter name. Okay. Base URL. Seeing here, base URL, then scroll up a little, click on base URL box, click on add dynamic content. So base URL box, say add dynamic content, pass this value dynamically. Okay. Add dynamic content, click on base URL, click on create. So what we have done, we have created a what a link services. Okay, and set up the parameter link service. Okay, to pass the value dynamically. Okay, click on author. Then what we are doing here, we are creating a data set. Okay, so it is taking the data set name as this one. Okay. Okay, I'll come here. I'll say here new data set. Continue the limited text. I'll give this name. I'll take this link services which I have created. Okay, fine. And then ensure the box is checked for first one header. Import schema is done. Okay. So here, okay, that's it. Okay. Further we have to do that will set it up. Okay. Let's say here, okay. Now adding parameters to source data sets. Well, what I'll do, click on parameters tab plus new. If you go here to parameters tab, say here plus new base URL and relative URL, I'll set it. I'm best passing this dynamically, the values, so that whatever the URL I'll pass for the file name, automatically that will get created. The file will get loaded into our destination. Okay. So I'll say here plus new again and pass the name relative URL. So I'm defining two parameters here. I'm defining here two parameters. Okay. Plus name relative URL. Okay. Click on connection tab. Click on base URL text box. Add dynamic content. Okay. Base URL text box. Add dynamic content. Select here base URL. Okay. Now click once on base URL in the open window. Say okay. Same we'll do for relative URL also. Now click on relative URL box. Okay, this is relative URL box. Carefully select here relative URL. Say okay. Done. Okay, then just do publish here so that all the link services, datasets, parameters, pipelines, etc. What all we have created will get saved. Okay. So I'll just do the publish. After publishing, we'll go for the step 9. Just hold on. Publishing, you have to keep the window open, then only the publishing will go. If you go to this window, publishing won't happen. It will just get stopped. Okay, fine. It is done now. I'll come here. Now step 9. Click on author icon. Okay, left side and click on 3 dots, pipelines, new pipelines, and we are defining a pipeline now. We're defining a pipeline now. Okay. So I'll just come here. Why it is doing like this? Okay. So I'll come to pipelines. I'll say a new pipeline. Okay. And then what I'll do, click on parameters below for pipeline. Okay. If you see, this is the parameters we are having. Okay. Plus new name source base URL. Here we'll define two parameters at pipeline level also. Okay. Again, and say here source relative URL. Okay. And activities bin search type, copy data and drag and drop the copy data control from activities bin to pipeline. Okay. Copy data. Then we'll give the name as what? Copy data. Okay. Copying the data from HTTP to ADL Gen 2. Okay. So continuation only. Okay. So click on copy data control. Click on source tab. Click on source dataset box now. Source dataset box now. Okay. And select DS input HTTP. This one. DS input HTTP. This dataset we have created above. That's correct. Click on base URL checkbox. Click on add dynamic content. Base URL text box, add dynamic content, and we have to pass the value here. Okay, dynamically. Just click once on source base URL. The expression will get copied into our pipeline expression builder. Okay, source base URL. Then say here, okay. Same will do for relative URL also. Okay, same steps. Okay, click on relative URL checkbox. Click on add dynamic content. Just click once on relative URL. The expression will get copied into our expression builder pipeline. Okay. Then next sync tab. Okay, click on sync tab. Click on sync dataset box now and select this dataset that we have created for our destination. Sync is always our destination. This is the dataset. Fine. Publish, wait for some time till the publish gets completed, then do the debug. Here it will ask to pass the values for source base URL and source relative URL. Okay. Pass the values accordingly. Okay. So see here, guys, what it is doing now. Here I am passing source base URL parameter value. Is this what? Our GitHub link. And when relative URL link, what I'm passing here, the file path. Okay. The file path in this GitHub portal only. And which file path? This is country response. Okay. And then This, if I pass this one, then this file will get loaded to my destination. Okay, it is done now. Now, see, when I do the debug, it is asking me to pass the values because I have defined the parameters at a pipeline level. Until you pass these values, it cannot start the pipeline execution. So source base URL is what? This one. Source base URL, exactly pass this without any mistake. Okay. Now, if you want to load, okay, country response file, country response data, then you have to pass this one. See this one, country response.csv, country response.csv. This file is having this data. Where is this file is located? In GitHub. In GitHub. So what I'm doing here now, I'm passing this particular path, okay, for country response. Sorry, for source relative URL as country response.csv. Okay, now the moment I click on OK, it will start running my pipeline. And in my destination, I'm going to see this country response data here in my destination. Where it is copying? It is copying to my destination here in my destination storage account from this GitHub, from this GitHub URL. Okay. Now see, done. It is succeeded. Just go one step back, take a refresh, always click on refresh. And then my expectation is that file should come here. Super. See, as per the path, the file country response has been loaded. If you see, this is the path. Okay. This is the folder. Suresh 12345. In this folder, we are having one more folder. In this, we are having one more folder blog. In this, we are having one more folder main, and that we are having ECDC data. Then we are having the file. The same way as per the path that we are having in our GitHub, exactly the same path has been loaded into our destination. See, okay, country response.csv. So what I have passed, exactly that only got copied. If I run the pipeline again it is asking me, this is completely happening dynamically. I'm not touching the pipeline now anymore. Not required. Just pass the values here, automatically that particular file will get loaded. See now, if I say here, this one, okay, no spaces, and I want to load this time case.csv file, this one. So I'll pass this path for a relative URL. Okay, say okay now. Now case.dat file will get loaded here. Case.dat file will get loaded here. Okay, just hold on. Yeah, see, it got succeeded. Good. Now come here, come back, take a refresh. Let's see whether the file is been loaded or not. Wow, see, second file got loaded, case.dat.csv. Okay, is that clear, guys? It is being decided by when the project is done. This standard naming convention you will come to know. Shalini, it is very simple only. When you start working in a project, some standard naming convention we have to follow. that you will automatically get it. Okay, your seniors will give you, or in the given requirement document, the namings will be given to you. Accordingly, you have to put it. Every single thing will be given to you. No need to worry. What should be the resource group? What should, in which region you have to deploy ADF? What should be the ADF name? What should be the storage account names? What should be the file names in the destination? Everything will be given to you accordingly. Okay, fine. Then see here, refresh. The second file also got loaded. Let us see whether the data is there or not. I'll go inside the file. I'll say edit. Okay, the file size exceeds maximum support, it is saying. So we cannot browse this file in cloud portal because the file size is too big. Obviously, case depth, if you see, this is the file case depth. See, plenty of data is there. So this much data we cannot browse in the Azure portal. So for that, what we have to do, we can download this file. Okay, see, the file is getting downloaded, downloading the file, and once the file is gets downloaded, you can browse the file and you can check whether data is there or not in the file. Okay, so just hold on. It is saying downloading the file. Please do not close this blade. Okay, fine. It is done. I'll go here. The file has been downloaded and I'll check the file. The data is there or not. It will be, obviously, no doubt. See, all data got loaded. See, all data got loaded for all countries. Perfectly all right. In the same way now, if I go and check this one, okay, the other file, country response, edit. Yeah, see, data got loaded in this file also. Okay, now what is the next thing here? Below is GitHub URL, which contains multiple .csv files as source. If you open this URL, you are going to see multiple files available in GitHub. See, this is GitHub only. See here, I'm having multiple files. Case.uk India only .csv, case.csv, country response.csv, multiple files I'm having, and every file is having data. Okay, fine. Now from above URL path, there are many files and we can pass the source base URL and source relative URL accordingly and can load the data of any file from GitHub to our Azure storage service in cloud computing. Hence, here dynamically we are passing the URL value, that's correct, of the GitHub account from where we are directly loading the data to our Azure Data Lake Gen 2 storage services. Okay, now next what I'm saying here, allocating the variables. Okay, allocating the variables. Okay, I'll just add this heading. Okay, what is this one we are doing here? Whenever we create a variable in ADF pipelines, then we can able to modify whenever we want. But while creating the parameters, we cannot able to modify any value. So what we have done, we have used till now parameters. Okay, and the drawback of parameter is we cannot modify the value of the parameters, and we can pass the value every time whatever we want, and as per the value we have passed, the files are getting loaded. So first time we have passed the source relative URL parameter value as a this one, country response. This file got loaded. This is also absolutely the best way of doing it. Just I'm covering another concept of variables. And second time we have passed the source relative URL parameter value as case depth, then that file also got loaded. Okay, now how to do this with variables, I'm going to show you now. Okay, what we'll do, step 12, continuation of same demo. Now delete the parameters of the pipeline, go to pipeline parameters tab, select the two parameters, source base URL and relative URL, click on delete on top. So I'll go here, I'll go to parameters. See, click here. This is pipeline. This is pipeline canvas. This white area is called pipeline canvas. When you are clicking here, then you are going to see the pipeline properties. When you click on the header of this control, then you are going to see this control properties. So we have to delete the parameters at pipeline level. So that's why select here, select this to say here delete. That's it, done. Okay, fine. Next, what I'll do now, click on variable tab plus new. Okay, click on this variables tab plus new, and I'll give source base URL. Then next click on plus new again, source relative URL. Don't take this colon, be careful here. Source base URL, source relative URL, and same window for default value box, pass the URL values. Okay, for source base URL and for source relative URL. Okay, what I'm saying, on same window for default value box, pass the URL values. Okay, this one, source base URL, I'm just passing these values. So it's kind of hard coding only. Okay, then this one. Okay, come here, paste it. Okay, done. Click on copy data control, click on source tab. Now click on this copy data control, click on this source tab. Okay, now it is throwing an error because the variables we have deleted. So I'll just delete this one. Parameters we have deleted. Now we are defining the variables. Okay, click on the box base URL window will get open. Remove the old expression. Click on variable tab. Okay, click the dynamic content. Click on this variables tab and say a source base URL. Okay, see, that is what I'm doing here. Window will get open. Click on source base URL. Click the box. Relative URL same. Remove the old expression. Click on variable tab in the newly opened window and click on source relative URL and then say OK. Done. We have passed the values to variables, but if we want to override the variables values sometime, then we can use the set variables control. Okay. If you want to override the values of the variables, then we can use set variable controls. Okay, what is that? How we'll do that? I'll show you. In activities pane, search for set variables, drag and drop this control in area before the copy data control. Okay, so now if I say publish all and publish, I go to my destination. Okay, let me delete this one now. Okay, I'll say debug. If pipeline is not published, then you will get a blue background here. If pipeline is being published successfully, Lata, then this option will show disabled to you. Okay, this will show disabled, means the pipeline is published successfully. If it is not, then you will get a blue color highlight with notification as 1, 2, 3. I'll show you. Okay. So the pipeline is been succeeded now. Debug. I'll come here. Let me see whether the data is being loaded or not. For the defined, what we have passed, what file name we have passed, case depth. That is what has been loaded with the variable. So first case we have done with parameters. Okay, I'm covering the business scenarios, guys. Okay, first First business scenario. Okay, first business case we have seen parameters. Second business case, okay, we have seen variables. Okay, third business case we are going to cover is third business case we are covering is a set variables. Okay, third business case we are covering is set variables. Okay, so what I'll do here now. Okay, this we have done. Okay, variables just now this we have done. Now we'll see the set variables. If you want to override the values of the variables, then we can do these set variables. Okay, so I'll come here now. Okay, after you pass this, do publish all and publish all, publish, then debug to, okay, check, okay, whether the data or file is getting loaded, okay, into our destination, okay, with the variables concept, with variables. Okay, fine. Now we'll go for the set variables concept. Set variables concept. Okay, fine. Parameters is the best approach I can say. I'm just covering all the things. Now in activities pane, search for set variables, drag and drop this control in ADF pipelines before copy data control. Before copy data control. So what I'll do, I'll come here, I'll search for set variables. Set variable, drag and drop. Okay, this one. Establish a connection. Okay, between these two controls or activities. Okay, this is we have done. In general tab, give the name as what set variable. In general tab, give the name as what set variable. I think I have copied 2 times. Okay, set variable. Click on settings tab, variable type pipeline variable. Settings tab, variable type pipeline variable. Already there, that only selected by default. And okay, name source relative URL. Okay, name as a source relative URL. Okay, and pass value as a this one. Okay, here. Okay, fine. And pass value as for value box, this one I have passed. Publish the pipeline, debug. And now if we notice, the variable value that what we have passed for pipeline has been overwritten by the variable value that we have passed for set variables. Okay, so this file will get loaded now. Which one? Testing.csv. Okay, testing.csv. This file will get loaded because set variables will override the value of the variables. Okay, fine. See this one. If pipelines has not been published, you will get the dark blue color here with notification. Means one change you have done compared to last published to this published. One change you have done. It will show you one. If you have done 2 changes, it will show you 2 here, 3, 4, like this. Okay, with this you have to understand. Say here publish all, publish, and then say here publish. Okay. So now what it will do, it will load a testing.csv file after we debug this pipeline. Okay, done. Say here debug now. Done. Now if you come here, if you go to the destination folder, destination storage services, you will find the file. Okay, testing.csv. Super. See, testing.csv file has been copied, and here we can see the data. Getting. So what it is doing, it is overriding the value of the variables and giving priority to set variables. And in set variables, whatever the file name we have passed, testing.csv, this file name, that is what it is loaded here. My destination. This file. Okay. Hence, like this, we can override the value of the variables using set variables control with ADF pipelines in ADF Studios. The best approach is parameters only. In parameters, what we are doing here, okay, dynamically we are loading the files. Dynamically, we are loading the files or data without touching the ADF pipelines again and again. Okay, okay, fine guys, is that clear? Next, we are having what creating dynamic pipelines with the lookup activity to get the count of files from JSON. Okay, this is again a separate scenario. What we are doing here, see, JSON is there in our source system. In that JSON, we are having multiple CSV files. Okay, so before we are loading the data into our destination, we want to know how many files are already existing in JSON file. JSON is one type of file. In that, the separate other files are mentioned in the form of code. In JSON, we are writing the coding. Here we are writing the coding, and in that coding, we are mentioning the files. How many files are there in JSON? Count of files or details of files that you want, then you can check this here with this demo. Okay, and who is doing this? Lookup activity will do this. Lookup activity will do. Okay, so see here, this is the link I'm having. Same. This is our GitHub link only. This is our GitHub link only. And here, if you go, okay, do one thing. Instead of doing these steps, so what will you do? Directly take this file. I have, I have shown here the steps. Okay, all these steps I have shown here. How to, okay, up to here, how to get this file, JSON file from GitHub, from this GitHub platform, how to get this JSON file. These are all the steps I have given. What you can do directly, you can go and you can upload this into your storage account. Okay, see what I'm doing here. Click on code, downloading, download zip. So click on this, first click on this platform. Okay, click on code, then say here download zip. Okay, that is what the steps I have mentioned here. The complete zip folder will get downloaded in our laptop. Right click, extract all, extract, double click on Azure Data Engineering Batch main. Again, double click on Azure Data Engineering Batch main. Go to config folder in your laptop in downloads only. Double click on connection 5 folder. Double click on section 5 folder. Open this file. Finally, here you are finding the JSON file here. Okay, after passing all these parts, okay, then what you have to do after you open this JSON file in Notepad++, now in config file, make the changes as below. Okay, so this file I'm already having in my laptop. I'll just open this one. Okay, Azure Data Engineering. Okay, sample files for ADF demos. Okay, where it is asking me to go. Here I have mentioned the steps now. Okay, again double click on Azure Engineering main, go to config folder. Config folder, section 5, and here see you are having that file. Okay, so what I'll do, this file I'll open in Notepad++. Okay, fine. Small JSON file, and in this file, what we have given source relative URL. Okay, this is the path in which my file is present. Case.csv, one file. Again, in this path, another file, hospitaladmissions.csv is present. Okay, so what I can do here now, okay, I have to make the changes accordingly. Like this, I have to do. Okay, this like this I have to do. So this source base URL I have to add. Source relative URL, sync file name already there. Source relative URL and sync file name is already there. Okay, or else if you open this file directly straightforward, I believe this file is having all the information. This file will take. So in the material, I have kept the updated file. In the material, I have kept the updated file. So better take this file only. Okay. So here I'll just set the formatting. Okay. GitHub portal link, file, path, and which file? This one. GitHub portal link, file path, and this file. Okay. So better I'll take this one. Sorry. Okay. I'll just close this. Control A, Control C, come here, say file, new file. This one. Okay, fine. This is the code. Now what I'll do, I'll take this file into my local laptop. Okay, directly you also do the same thing. Okay, this JSON file I kept it in my local laptop. Okay, now create a storage account, and what it will be a blob storage account. Okay, create container inside the storage account. Okay, create a container inside the storage account as config. Come inside the config folder and upload this file. Okay, so what I'll do, I'll just close all this stuff. Okay, I'll come here, close this one. I'll come to home. I'll go to storage account. I'll click on create. Okay, 1191 source essay. I'll take it as 1191 source essay. Okay, fine. Then the storage account gets deployed. Go inside this blob service, source container, on create. Fine. Then inside I'll upload this JSON file. This time my source is what? JSON. This one, see, .json. If you want to see the file, come click on this file, say here edit. See, two files are mentioned here in our JSON. Case data and hospital admissions. We'll load these two files now. We'll see what we are going to do in this demo. Fine. So what I'll do, I will create a new data factory. Okay, I'll take source as this one, destination as this one only. No, I think we are not loading the data here. We are just releasing the files. Okay, so here whenever we want to modify or add an extra file, then there is no need to touch the ADF pipelines. Here directly we can go to the config file and add new details like how we have added for above two files. Okay, fine. So every time there is no need for you to touch the pipelines. Okay, see now create an ADF, launch ADF studios. Okay, fine. I'll just go ahead and I'll delete the existing ADF because it will be confusion. I'll say here 1191 Naresh ADF. Okay, it will quickly get deleted. Just 1 minute. Done. Come here. I'll take a refresh. I'll click on create and I'll create a new ADF with same name because already in the existing ADF link services data sets and all this there. Okay, it will get confusion. That's why I have deleted. Okay. Done. Create ADF. We have just created launch. Click on manage link service. Insert a blob. Okay. Name this one. Select the subscription so you can carefully test connection. Click on create. Next, we are creating a data set. Okay. First, we create the link service. Okay. Plus new. What is our blob storage account where our JSON file is present? We'll give this name ls blob sa. Okay. Click on create. Next, we'll create a data set. Okay. This is the data set name we are going to give. Okay. Come to author, new data set, and what it is going to be. Okay. Blob storage. And here carefully you have to select JSON. JSON you have to select, not delimited text. That is what I mentioned here. JSON. Okay. Continue. Give the name. Take this link service and pick this file. Pick this JSON file. Click on OK. That's done. Say OK. Okay. Fine. Click on this file. This is what we have done. Get a new pipeline. Give the pipeline name as PL dynamic pipeline. Okay. I'll just come here. See a new pipeline. Give the name to the pipeline. Next, what it is asking me to lookup activity. It is asking me to use the lookup activity. Let's just type here lookup. Look for each and every file present in the source system. Okay, click the lookup control in general tab, give the name as this one, get file, get config files from blob storage account. Get the config files from blob storage account. Okay, click on settings tab, click on source dataset box, and we have to give the data set. DS blob JSON config. Okay, DS blob JSON config. Uncheck first row only checkbox for sure. Okay, and then do the debug. Sorry, publish, then do the debug. Okay, fine. Publish all. See, two changes we have done. That's why it is showing here two. Okay, publish. Then do the debug. Now, if we click at output and see window open, then count will be two because in blob storage account config file we have mentioned two CSV files. That's why it is showing two counts. Okay, fine. It is done. I'll do the debug now. Okay, succeeded. If you come here now, see the output of this control. What it is showing? See here, count of two. Two files we have mentioned. What are the two files? Sir? First is this one, and the other one is this one. So sometimes it do happen in your real-time projects. Okay, in this JSON config file, you have been mentioned hundreds and hundreds of CSV file. Okay, 2, 3, 10 are there. You can read it with eyes. If 100 are there, can you read it? No, it's not possible to read if there are 100 files. So what I'll do now, okay, I'll add some more two files. Okay, in the JSON, then it will show me the count of file is 4. Okay, in the JSON link. So for that, what I'll do, I'll take this one. Okay, okay, and then I'll change the files here. I'll say a testing.csv and the other one. So let me come here. Let me open the okay link. So I'm having multiple files here. Okay, country response I'll take. Okay, fine. Country response.csv. No spelling mistakes, guys. I'll just say here and I'll copy from here. Spelling mistakes, everything should be as it is, or else it will throw an error. Okay, right. Next, I'll add one more file here, testing.csv. Only add this much. I can type also, but I don't want to take any risk. Done. Now, how many files are there? Four files. One, two, three, four. Okay. Click on save. Compulsorily click on save. Close. Now just check double check whether the code has been loaded. Code has been inserted perfectly ordered. This comma you have to maintain. Don't forget this comma every time. Okay. Now come to ADF and debug it. Now here the output is showing 2. Now it will show 4. Fine. Now this is succeeded. If you come here to output, now see what it is showing. It is showing 4 and all the file details. That's it. So how it is helping you? If you are having hundreds of file mentioned, you cannot read. It's difficult for you. Human eye. See, 10 files are there. You can read it. Okay, one, two, three, four. But if there are 100 files, then is it possible? No. That's why before loading, we just want to know how many files are there and the count of the files and all that stuff. Okay, is that clear, guys? That's it, guys. I'll stop the class for today. And in tomorrow's class, we'll just see the next concept here. Okay, copying data from multiple files. If you want to load this file also, you can use the copy data control here, establish a connection, give source and sync datasets accordingly. Then copy data control will load the files also for you into your destination storage account. Okay, okay, Lata, no problem. Anyhow, see, I understand because of some genuine reason if you guys are joining late also. Don't unnecessarily make late because I already give some 5 to 10 minutes time grace period. I won't class that time. I won't start the class on time. Okay. Being just for courtesy, I myself will wait for some 5 to 10 minutes, guys. 5 minutes, not 10 minutes, also I can say. Recordings is there, you can check the recordings. Okay. There is no yesterday's recording. No, it will come, Shalini. Sunday is not a Sunday. The staff is not there. By today afternoon, you will get the recordings. You will get the recordings by today afternoon. Okay. See, Shalini, Telegram group creation is not in my hands. Okay. Because I don't have the details for you guys. You check with Naresh IT admin. You know who is your batch admin? Okay. No, keep checking with him. No, no, no. If you have checked 2 times, daily ping him to go for the Telegram group. By the way, why you need Telegram group, Shalini, to discuss with your peers? Or why you need this group? You didn't know there was a class yesterday. Okay, no problem, no problem. You check the recordings. Recordings will be there. By today afternoon, 2 o'clock, you will get the recordings available. Normally, Sundays, the staff is not available. For that reason, maybe they have not uploaded. Okay, sorry for the inconvenience. You will get it by today afternoon. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Okay, we'll connect again tomorrow, and then we'll start this concept, copying data from multiple files. How we are having multiple files and how we can filter and what is this concept. Okay, we'll see this in tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you, everyone. Have a nice day ahead.